Why do we believe? How do we believe? And is it right? Is it wrong? Does a God exist? An almighty power? Or nothing? Why is that? Why do we believe in something? Some people say they don't believe in anything. Is that true? Really? Truly? If you look deep inside? I'm just asking, is it true? Can you not believe in anything? Can you not believe? Is that possible? Even if you say you're an atheist, you're not religious, what is your purpose? What do you believe in? What is your mission? Why are you on this earth? A lot of people don't think about that. Me included a couple of years ago. Not living consciously, in the moment, present, but whether you're living in a moment or all the time, consciously, always self-reflecting, reflecting the inner self and the outer self, all of it, body, mind, and soul, yours and everyone's around you, plants, animals, everything interacts. And in my opinion, if you realize that and see that, you believe something. And if you live just subconsciously in a state of maybe just functioning in this world, in the matrix, in the hamster wheel, some might call it, or it's something totally else, something totally different. All of those aspects, I think, are really important to think about when we want to dig deeper on the question, why do we believe? Why do we think there's a purpose, a goal in life, and what do we strive for? I mean, what else would we be here for, right? I mean, if not for that, enlightenment. Some call it enlightenment in certain religions or traditions. And that's the thing. There's so many. There's not one. How could one person say, this is the right thing, this is the right belief or faith? This is correct. The others are wrong, are incorrect. I mean, how could I do that? How could I? I know I did in the past. I've done it. Not anymore, though. I try not to judge, not to rule anybody or anything out just because of their beliefs or every aspect, their looks, everything, their height, and so on and so on. But yeah, talking about religion right now, or spirituality, some might call it, and that's the thing. It is so complex. Life is so complex, in my opinion, yet so simple, and I talked about that in an earlier episode. Those two things, simple and difficult. Complex. I wouldn't say maybe difficult, but complex. And then, if you go back to the question on why do we believe? Why? And why do some people fight for religion, fight for a God? Used to. Crusaders back in the days, just an example. Religion in whatever aspects, on all sides. Or are fanatics in any kind of form or shape, fighting for a cause, whether it's religion, a certain belief, or your country. Fight for your country. Fighting for your country. Is it really your country? Just because I'm saying it, because you were born in a certain place, due to certain specifics? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't think so, personally. I'm a citizen of this world. I call myself a human being, a spiritual being in a physical body, a spiritual being in a physical body. I'm that. Everywhere where I am, whether I'm in so-called South America or so-called Europe or a country called Germany or United States or Colombia or. Those are countries. Yes. Why do we call them countries? Because through history, right? Does it make it right? Questionable in my opinion. And all of it belongs to religion and the thing. Why do we believe in patriotism? Why do we believe in religion or believe in ourselves or believe in anything? Believe in nature, believe in your parents or believe in football, a certain kind of sports, believe in the sports team to win, or. Why do we believe? Why do we truly believe in this? Why is there religion? I'm not saying it on one hand it's wrong or right. I'm just asking the question, really. I try to ask the question because I was raised really, really religious. Christianity and Protestant, I think it's called. Protestant in English, if I'm not mistaken. Through my life, I met a lot of Christians, but also I was raised and born and raised or grew up in a neighborhood was really multicultural. Multicultural, I mean, like people really from different cultures and multi-religion also. Christians, Muslims, Buddhists, Hindus, Orthodox Christians, I think they are called in English Orthodox, and so on. So many varieties and diversity in religion and cultures, people from, all over the world. And a lot of nationalities lived in the neighborhood. And I loved it. I grew up like this. And there were differences, of course. Culture, religion, human beings in general. We are all different individuals, but still, most of the time, the very most of the time, I connected with everybody around me. I connected with the people around me. It felt great. It was fun. It was life. I had a friend, they were from Syria. They still are. I mean, he used to be a friend when I was younger, so from Syria. And I was invited to share dinner with them. And I ate with them. We had fun. We played, and we cheered. We laughed. The next day, I went to an Italian. Oh, it wasn't the very next day, but the next time. Yeah, to my Italian friend, and the next time to my Turkish friend, and next time to my German friend, the next time, and so on and so on. The next time was the birthday, and we celebrated together. It's life. And as a kid, I didn't think that deep about it. I just lived life, and that's the thing. I also see when we're young, like when we're really young, like kids, when we're really discovering the world, even if your parents are so-called racist, when the kid is really, really young, like really young, I mean maybe 4 or 5, I think they're so unharmed from everything around that they're so pure. Or babies, like when they start, kids starting to walk really young. It's pure beingness, right? Usually. Because we are fresh in this world. Almost just, like when you erase your hard drive on the computer and it's fresh and you restart. And when you're young, when you're like really, of course, your mind isn't filled with all the stuff around you. Whether if it's religion, whether if it's sports, whether if it's whatever it might be. All your beliefs, all your things in your life, your work, your job, your family, everything in school, people from the office, or people from when you work on a farm, like your co-workers, or wherever you are, people in a tribe, in a jungle, or wherever you are. I could name millions and billions of things, wherever you are and whoever you are. In my opinion, all of this doesn't matter. What I think matters, what really matters, is just to be grateful to be alive, to accept that you were put here on this earth, or so-called earth, on this planet, on this thing we call a planet, we call Mother Earth, underneath the stars. You were put here in your life every single moment. Or if you go to sleep and wake up the next day, or after 30 minutes or 2 hours or whatever, you go to bed or you sleep and you wake up, and you be grateful to be woken up alive. The next morning, the next day, whatever. To be alive, to be grateful to be alive. I think that's the core. Grateful to be alive, and then explore. Pure positivity, pure sense of adventure. Adventure to explore everything around you. And that's what you do, I think, when you're like a toddler, like a little baby, and then kid, you grow up, you explore, you discover. That's the natural thing. And then there's also other things, external things, of course. And external, internal is like right and wrong, what I talked about earlier in another episode, which is also, continues to be important all the time. Right and wrong, good and bad, young and old, or external, internal. Everything is intertwined, interconnected, because one cannot exist without the other, I think. At least I haven't seen anything different, because if it's dark, then there's no light. But if there's light in the dark, why can't we see the light? Because it's dark around, day and night. Why can we not see the stars when it's day? Daylight, exactly, because the sun is there. So there's always the opposites. But are opposites good or bad? No, they're just opposites without rating them. And that's the thing. We derive, or what to say, like, get away a little bit from the really digging deep, why do we believe? But I think it's all connected. Everything what I just mentioned is connected to why do we believe? Why do we believe?